Who are you?
Good afternoon, gentlemen, and welcome to the National Gallery of Painting. As it's such a lovely day outside, you're the only visitors at the moment, and likely will be for the whole day, as the minimum number of people for a guided tour is...
We're not here to visit the museum, young man. My name is Sherlock Holmes, and this is my friend and colleague, Dr. Watson.
Also, since when does he
Sherlock
ever refer to
Holmes,
him as
the
Sherlock?
famous
Just
detective?
Sherlock.
Indeed, I have reason to believe that a theft is being planned that will take place here, perhaps as early as today.
A robbery?
Yes, that is
I'm
what a
not
theft
certain, but there is
means.
a good reason to believe that is the case. We have contacted Inspector Lestrade at Scotland Yard, and he should be joining us momentarily. Meanwhile, rest assured that we are here in an official capacity. In the meantime, you can certainly help us. One of the paintings will play a part in the matter, but I don't yet know exactly which one. I do, however, have a few clues that should tell something to a specialist like yourself.
Ah, yes, of course. As it happens, I've only been working here for 3 days.
Oh, of course.
Actually, I'm an apprentice, and my duties here are essentially
I
administrative.
basically know nothing.
Pray tell, would I be correct in deducing that the elder of the two men that we can
Wait,
see up
that's
there
a...
is the director of
Well,
the
that one on the
museum?
right's a
Yes,
man. I couldn't
that
see the
is
moustache
Sophia.
from earlier. I thought
He
it
could
was...
certainly
I thought it was a
assist you better
woman.
than I, but at the moment he's terribly occupied and will be for some time.
But the location that you are proposing is unworthy of my work.
Yes, and
All
then I would
my
spit on my
paintings are
microphone.
hymns to color and light. It's the very stars, the sun that you want to extinguish.
Please understand, dear sir, the entrance hall is reserved for temporary exhibitions. We are able to add more lighting.
In that case, you would have to provide lanterns across the whole length of the ceiling, and to use the most refined oil possible.
He's French, arrest him.
Not gas. And mirrors to reflect the light, along with some canvases in basic colors to bring out the contrast.
Oh, artists.
We will do all that we possibly can.
Nevertheless, I insist that a number of my works must be on the main floor next to the large pieces.
But our rooms are already full and, as you know, each has its specific subject.
I am Arsene Lupin. I mean,
How can
the
there be
famous
too much
painter.
Modernism? Modernism doesn't exist. Only art
I will push this
exists.
over to prove it to
Art
you.
is timeless. Art is cosmic.
Well,
Oh.
sir, perhaps we should continue this conversation in my office.
Leave my plants alone.
Then you must certainly have a ledger of the works that are shown in the museum, with a description of each painting.
Yes, Sir Pointer entrusted it to my care this morning, so I
Oh,
could familiarize myself
here we
with the knowledge,
go.
But I lost it.
Of course
I
you
know
did.
I make a rather feeble archivist.
Yes, you
but
do.
While I was doing a tour of the museum, the painting that Mr. Pointer is now dealing with arrived, along with cases full of canvases that he had to quickly inventory.
The case of the missing ledger. What do you make of it, Watson?
I make of it busy work, Holmes.
Mr.
Palinur, sir.
Palinor, my friend and I will make our way through the museum in order to find the ledger. If you lost it while touring the museum and it wasn't back on the desk, then it must be in one of the galleries. Stay here and we will return to see you when we have found it, and not a word of it to the director.
And so
Certainly,
it
sir.
begins.
With many thanks, I will continue to do my inventory and await you.
Tell me, young man, would you happen to have a blueprint of the building in order to facilitate the task at hand?
I would, but
Yes,
I lost
yes.
it.
Where did I put it? Oh, yes, here it is.
Farewell, Palinor.
I am Palinor. Sounds like a character from Lord of the Rings. Okay then, well let's examine this stuff first.
Fragile. The museum transports china?
Art is
How would it
precious,
be
my
able
dear
to transport an
Watson, but
entire
it's true that
country?
This crate is a curious size. I'd say 3 feet 3 inches on 2 sides by 6'6".
Oh, what a mess.
Almost enough to carry a grown man.
Oh, what a mess.
Well, thank you for that. You've really added to everything there. So, let's have a look at... So, we're here at the moment. So, there's the directors of the Spanish gallery. I wonder if that has anything to do with anything. Yep, this is the Spanish gallery.
The Adoration of the Name of Jesus, El Greco, 1541 to 1614. Spanish painter from Crete, belonging to the Mannerist school.
And also was well known for his pixelation. Oh god, are we going to examine all of these? This'll take forever!
The Vendramin family, venerating a relic of the True Cross by Titian, a Venetian paper, died in 1576, leader of the 16th century Venetian school of the Cinquecento.
This is a man fucking a sheep.
Jacob with a Flock of Laban by Josep de Ribera, also called Lo Spagnoletto, or the Little Spaniard because of his height.
Well then.
This canvas by Tiziano Vecellio, better known as Titian, is an allegory of prudence. It reads, "From the past, the man of the present acts prudently so as not to imperil the future." Wise advice.
And the past appears to be some kind of evil gnome. Right, these are the French ones. Oh god, who's that meant to be?
Portrait of a woman by Perono, French school.
Of a
pastel
woman.
paper.
Very difficult to tell. Could just be an old man in a wig. I think we found it already.
It seems that we've found the famous ledger.
Famous?
It's written in shorthand, and there are hundreds of entries. Let's bring it to the archivist.
Oh, hello. What's this? This is a painting of a ship.
Horace Vernet, my ancestor. Magnificent, this landscape at sunset.
I see. Of course you'd show off, wouldn't you? Be like, oh yes, how magnificent that my ancestor would draw. Oh, this is, oh, is this Gainsborough?
Mr. and Mrs. Andrews
Yes!
by Gainsborough, an unfinished painting. An unrivaled landscape artist, he was obliged to do portraits in order to earn a living.
I'm gonna guess this is
The
Turner.
Evening Star by William Turner, the graceful transitional moment between day and night.
Who might this be?
Sun rising through
Oh,
vapor
this is
by
Turner
William
as
Turner.
well.
40 years before Monet, Turner creates a new painting that dissolves forms in a quivering of atmosphere and light.
Well, that looks like Turner as well. That's definitely Turner. That's the Fighting
A
Temeraire.
canvas by William Turner, the painter of light.
It's not just a canvas, that's the Fighting Temeraire. It's possibly his most famous work.
John Constable.
Oh,
He managed
Constable.
to turn a boring part of England into a place you'd almost want to visit.
Oh, shots fired, Sherlock. Who's this?
Dr. Ralph Schomburg by Thomas Gainsborough, 1727 to
Oh, this is,
1788.
this is Tarleton.
A canvas by Sir Reynolds. Colonel Tarleton, hero of the British forces during the American War of Independence.
And then became the moustache-twirling villain in a Mel Gibson film, so... Yeah, sucks to be you. Yeah, this is a self-portrait of Turner, I think.
Self-portrait
Yes.
by William Turner, born in 1775. Extraordinary English painting.
And I'm fairly certain this is meant to be Cornwallis.
Lord Heathfield of Gibraltar.
Oh,
by
no!
Sir Joshua Reynolds.
It's the
1723
Heathfield
to
of Gibraltar. I
1792.
thought it was
One of the
Cornwallis.
greatest portrait artists of his time.
And we're just going through all the different things now. Okay.
The painter who was conversing with the director has such character, to the point of taking some of it out on this poor plant.
Character.
Yes, Mr. Holmes?
Oh, for God's sake.
Farewell, Palinor.
Do I have to actually get the bloody thing out? There we
Yes,
go.
Mr. Holmes?
Here is your ledger, my friend.
I've named it
You
Heath.
found it. Many thanks. You won't say anything to Sir Pointer.
Rest assured, are you familiar with how the entries are written? Everything seems to be abbreviated.
I understand how to locate a thematic group and how to read a description, but I am struggling with
Of
the
course
location
you are.
terms.
It's better than nothing at the moment. We're searching for a painting that has a connection to the Battle of Trafalgar.
Well, there's the Fighting
Depicting
Temeraire.
What exactly?
According to this poem, it could be...
Hang on. HMS Victory, probably. Da 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 da. Victory.
Are you sure? It means nothing to me, Mr. Holmes.
Nelson?
Are you sure?
Oh, God.
It means nothing to me, Mr. Holmes.
Let's see. Cape. This mentions the Spanish
Are
Cape.
you sure? It means nothing to me, Mr. Holmes.
Alright, give me a second. Okay. Maybe it's to do with sitting at his master's feet like a hound. So, let's go with hound. Of the Baskerville. Oh, no. Oh, bugger. See, I can't tell when it double-clicks it for some reason.
Are you sure?
Oh,
it means
God.
nothing to me, Mr. Holmes.
Wait a minute. So, I've just been looking. Again, I've had to resort to the walkthrough. It said, look at the thing above that. And then it just says, okay, the answer is apparently, you won't believe this, ship or boat.
Yes, Mr.
Really?
Holmes?
It might refer to a boat. Its master was Admiral Nelson, and the thief wanted to run it aground.
Wow.
The boat would have a French name.
Temeraire.
Wait, I have a
I
suggestion.
knew the
A very
Temeraire!
popular painting, symbolic even, the Fighting Temeraire.
Oh,
A Turner.
God!
In this painting, Turner is described as having mastered.
I've already
painting
figured
techniques,
that out, but
and
I just had to
it
put
is one
ship.
of the most beautiful English paintings of all time. The subject, a boat by the French name of Temeraire, was involved in the Battle of Trafalgar and
Yes.
distinguished itself.
She came up
by
and
protecting
raked
Victory,
Bucentaur and
the flagship
Redoutable, I
on board
believe.
which was,
Victory, did you say?
yes, Admiral Nelson.
Yes,
was on board.
HMS Victory, his
Temeraire
flagship.
received a special distinction, but I am not certain of which. The painting shows it being towed to the breaker's yard, I believe.
I already knew about the Fighting Temeraire.
Find it.
I knew before
I don't
Sherlock
know.
did, although of course
You
he
will
doesn't
have to
know
search
anything
through
about
the
culture.
English works of this century near the west section of the gallery.
Yes,
My
yes,
thanks,
I've already
Colonel.
been there.
Come, Watson, let's take a look at the painting.
But he knew it was by Turner. It was like that was it. It was because they couldn't like admit that we'd already come across it, so they had to go, oh, a piece of work by Turner. I don't know what that relevance could be. There we go, the Fighting Temeraire.
Here's what I've been looking for.
I thought it was complicated. It would be like Cape Trafalgar or Victory. Could have even probably typed in Temeraire, but no. Let's see.
Margate from the Sea by William Turner. Here we have a precursor to
See,
Impressionism.
he knows everything about every piece of artwork apart from the Fighting Temeraire.
The Fighting Temeraire. Splendid. What do you think?
I agree, it's splendid. The existence of this painting would seem to give credit to this whole affair.
As long as this painting remains on this wall, this letter, even if it is eloquent and provocative, is nothing more than a letter. It is possible that all of this could be a hoax with no substance whatsoever. We will know soon enough, as the theft will have to take place tonight.
We must warn the museum's director, Holmes.
You are correct, Watson. Shall we?
I can't. That's the thing that annoys me about these games sometimes. That I can actually occasionally figure stuff out, but then, because the game is set to work in only one way.
Fantastic! Superb!
There, Maestro. I believe that everything is settled.
You can put your painting up next to the Fighting Temeraire. I can see nothing going wrong.
Merci!
I have finished the inventory of the works of art, Director. Oh, and I have the pleasure of introducing the great detective Sherlock Holmes and his companion, Dr. Watson.
Good day, gentlemen. It's with pleasure that I welcome you to our gallery. I trust that you are here for pleasure and not business.
I am afraid that is not the case.
Oh,
Oh!
When it is no longer a matter of art, the artist must make his excuses.
Why is he suddenly written this way?
Messieurs, until we meet again, no need to accompany me. I know the way.
Oh God, what happened to his eyes? I will just
My
go past
apologies,
them
gentlemen.
fighting
Haven't been
Temeraire.
waiting long.
Mr. Palinor was able to answer all of our most urgent questions. Tell me, who was that man who just left?
That was Horace Valmont, a French painter. One of the best, seemingly. His letters of recommendation come from some of the grandest salons in
And I
Paris.
trust nobody but a barber.
Let's take a look, Watson.
Yes, he's very avant-garde. He heard that we were showing the works of modern painters during our temporary exhibitions. He has loaned us a number of paintings and has promised to donate those that have the greatest success to the museum.
He's also an art
Just
thief.
in time. And the Frenchman, Watson?
Gone?
Director, this is Inspector Lestrade from Scotland Yard.
Well done,
Lestrade,
Watson. You were
this is
once
the
again
director of the
useless.
National Gallery, Sir Pointer, and his assistant, Mr. Palinor. Lestrade, would you have your constable on duty guard the entrance and make sure that nobody comes into the museum? Director, is there anything else?
No, but
If you would care to follow me, I'll show you what the motivation behind all of this is.
Let me guess, it's already
The reason
stolen.
for this little gathering
Oh.
is this letter that I received at my lodgings this morning. Without getting into too much detail, it claims that this painting, The Fighting Temeraire, will be stolen tonight.
pardon?
There now. It's because of a letter that you've disturbed me. You believe that?
I would never have taken the liberty to disturb you if this letter, the authenticity of which I must admit hasn't been completely confirmed, was not written by the one and only Arsene Lupin.
Arsene Lupin?
Arsene Lupin?
Different pronouncing?
Arsenal? Who? Lou? What?
Arsene
Oh,
Lupin,
he's...
the most
Oh,
wanted
you and
cat burglar in
Watson
the
will
world.
get on
We will
well.
know soon enough whether or not this letter is a fake, or if I had reason to disturb you, Lestrade. But you must understand that we couldn't take even the slightest chance.
I agree with that painting.
Perhaps. Why not simply put this thing under lock and key in the bank or at Scotland Yard?
We cannot risk storing the painting in an improper environment or to entrust it to anyone who calls it a thing.
Oh,
That
hope
would
you
achieve
brought
the
Burnheel.
problem. This painting is priceless. Beware he who would harm it. What I propose, Lestrade, is to do a tour of the museum with Sir Pointer in order to check any possible points of break and entry, and leave 2 men on duty here tonight. In addition, Director, you must close the museum to the public and not let anyone else in.
If you feel it's necessary.
And you, Holmes?
I'll pass by tomorrow at dawn. We'll know then what we're up against. Should the unthinkable have occurred, I insist that nothing is touched until I arrive. Is that clear? Let's be off, Watson.
Yes. Let's have the police do our dirty work. Also, I can command the
Listen,
police,
Inspector,
apparently.
I have a lot of work to take care of. It would be better if I leave you to do a tour by yourself. You are, after all, a professional. Here are the keys to all of the locked doors. If you need me, I'll be in my office.
Well, I best inspect the museum to find any of Lupin's possible exits, including mice holes.
Oh, I get to... Yes, I get to control Inspector Lestrade. Ah, this is awesome.
We need a cannon to force this door down. The lock is too big to be jimmied.
And my
I'll
jimmies
leave
will
a
not
man
be
on duty
rustled.
in place. If Lupin does come, it won't be that way.
Wow, you actually get to control Lestrade in this game. That's pretty cool. Right, let's see then. No meth... Oh, hello, what's this?
No exits on this side, nothing to report.
Then what is that?
When I see this, I tell myself that life isn't fair. We amputate too many soldiers and not enough painters.
Oh!
That chap must have been rip-roaring drunk when he painted that one.
Is this Waterloo?
It's shocking that certain artists persist in painting with their feet. That chap must have been rip-roaring drunk when he painted that one.
I think it is quite clever that they've given Lestrade his own lines for this to display his ignorance.
That chap must have been
Except
rip-roaring
that they only
drunk when he
gave him
painted
about
that
2.
one. No exits on this side, nothing to report.
It would have been nice if they'd given him more than 2 lines, but you know, can't have everything.
No exits on this side, nothing to report. No
Oh, shut up. I thought that might be a hole in the floor or something. Let's see, what's up here?
No exits on this side, nothing to report.
These are all exits though, aren't they?
It's dark in this box room. Good. No windows, no possible entry.
Let me guess, I've been locked in. That would have been just the ultimate. Of course, we all know he's going to steal it because the thief always has to win the first one. Probably a lot in the future.
There is a possible
God.
entry.
Ha-ha!
If someone wanted to descend from the roof here, he'd need a lot of time, and it wouldn't be a quiet business. But I'd be wise to leave a man on duty here, and he will signal the alarm at any suspicious movement coming from the roof. Arsene Lupin. It's you and I now.
You're all mine. Fairly certain that seems to be about it. Let's just have a look at the map. Oh. Can't look at the map then, okay. Never mind.
We need a cannon to...
Oh. Alright, what else do I have to look for then? Do I have to talk to him? Thought as much.
I will make sure there are no windows, and therefore ways in. Here.
Do your work. I will draw a map for you, Inspector.
Wait for tonight.
Wait
There.
for it.
The director and his underling have left. Time for us to play now.
Oh God.
It could be.
We could smash up all these paintings.
If not, we're prepared. And this Lupin will play right into our hands. I'll lock the main door to the museum, and you will be locked in. Jeffries is on duty in Trafalgar Square, and the yard is nearby. Nothing to worry about there. The doors leading in will be locked, but you will each have everything you need to open them. Stay hidden and cover your light so you cannot be seen from the roof. You, Lockhart, will be stationed near the painting itself. At the least provocation, go down to the entrance and sound the alarm. The walls are too thick, so you will have to go down for your whistle to be heard. In case of real trouble, be sure to fire with deadly accuracy. Because if you even graze one of the paintings, your great-grandchildren will still be paying off your debts. Finally, you'll just have to be content with your lanterns. Gas is too expensive.
We can't.
Let's go, men.
Yes, and
Keep your
we will
wits
we will
about
pay
you.
any
You'll
sort
be
of money to
relieved at
protect these
4
paintings, except for gas. Later. Oh look, a clockwork steam train, and I'm suddenly getting all filled with gas. How about I just, you know, not run away? Also, why... Okay, where are their lanterns, and why is everything brightly lit anyway? Yeah, they did a great job at not noticing the movement there, didn't they?
Go on, you cantankerous codger. You have work to do.
I like how my offensive Clouseau impression is actually pretty much as good as the voice acting for Arsene Lupin here.
You're right, Holmes. The constable below was indeed asked to deliver us a letter. It's from Lestrade.
Nothing good can come from such urgency.
Indeed, Holmes. This time, without doubt, the painting has disappeared. According to what he's written, they've turned the National Gallery upside down looking for it.
I like the idea that
Our
they think
presence is
it's
required
disappeared, so it's going to be hidden
Well,
somewhere in the
game's
gallery.
afoot.
Should we not have enlisted more men from the force to protect the painting?
I think that a whole brigade could not have stopped Lupin.
Of
And,
course- of course
we
they
can
could
now be
have.
certain that it was he who was behind the theft. First and foremost, the police have a city and lives to protect, and we must respect that.
No, there are
Also,
personal
Hanson will be
bitches.
hard
Didn't you
to
know
find
this?
At this hour, and Billy, our page, is sick. Would you be so good as to flag one down while I take a moment to reread this letter?
Would you be so good as to do
Yesterday, I
the
was a
only
doctor,
thing you were
and
so
now
useful
I've
at?
become a valet.
Yeah, to be honest, Watson, that is pretty much the only thing you're good for in these games.
Got a light?
No, sorry.
Is it Sherlock Holmes who lives in these digs here?
Indeed.
Know him?
I do have that honour. I have been of some
That's
assistance
Arsene
to
Lupin
my
in
head,
disguise, blah de blah.
locating hansoms, for instance.
I say, you're his valet. So tell me, does your master pay well then?
But
I bet you're not above winning a bob or two, am I right? Listen, my friend, word has it that your boss is going to have a right fright tonight at the Picture Museum.
How?
Shh, listen, my good man. If you want to fill your pockets, here's my card. Piers Urquhart Allen, that's my name. Independent reporter's the game. Spill the beans about his biz, and I'll pay you well. Look for me in one of the pubs around here. You can't miss me.
If that is
Holmes
Arsene
finds
Lupin
out
in
that the press is
disguise.
onto this business, he'll be in an explosive mood. Best to avoid speaking about it.
If that is Arsene Lupin, I just quit. I quit.
Ah, a hansom. Now to find
Exactly
Holmes
the
and
same
make
as
our
I was
way to the
before.
National Gallery.